Okay, in this video, we will take a look at the arbitrage part of exploratory analysis. Can we find the arbitrage opportunities that those are our new features that we created because we would like to look at patterns that can provide some kind of profitable opportunities throughout the day or the day before uh, while performing the trade. So we came up with those features when we were doing the data transformation, and we made use of the time series original features which were translated into day arbitrage, start arbitrage, and minute arbitrage for each of the stocks, and then later on the original features were dropped and these features were kept because these were of more value, of more information than the original features would had to offer. So in this we would be taking a look at how enterprise miner scatter plot functionality can be used in order to see what kind of clusters of opportunity we can see. And there is something interesting that we saw for public bank and RHB bank. So just let me share that with you. So we are going to do plot scatter, and in scatter we are going to choose the day arbitrage as an example because that is what is in the report, but we could choose any of them, but the interesting pattern was found here, so I'm going to choose this as a Y, and then the buy price. So we correlate the day arbitrage with the buy price to see how what kind of arbitrage opportunities we can look at for certain buying prices. And then we put it on the x-axis, and then we finish off this plot without any further cosmetics. Um, and then just to make this plot a bit uh, more interpretable, we are going to reduce the size of these boxes. So what we are going to do is we are going to resize the box, and oops, sorry, we are going to resize the box. We will reduce the size of the box smaller so that, and then apply, and then okay. And this is what we see. So this is pretty interesting. X is public bank, as we have reiterated many times before in our earlier videos. Day arbitrage is the difference between the high price and the low price through the day. That is what it means. It's the difference that you can take advantage of. Now those are in terms of cents, so 25 cent, 50 cent, 75 cent, and 1 ringgit. If you take a look at that, these have to be treated in the information coming from this has to be treated in conjunction with the volume, because you leverage the volume depending on the arbitrage advantage you get. That is where you make the profit from. And then this is the buy price. This is the amount of investment that you will have to make to get that kind of profit. So you can see that for public bank, that is pretty decent actually. So you get for a reasonable price, you get in this region, you get 25 cents of 25 cents and less of arbitrage advantage. And then there is another cluster over here that you get somewhere in between 25 cents and 50 cent advantage if you are willing to uh, uh, take a buying price of 23.5 over here in between. And then there are some extremities that show that the value is lost. Those kind of trades you don't want to get into, where you have to offer a higher buying price to get the same kind of arbitrage. So you would want to avoid this kind of situation. But then again, the lucrative situation would be this, that you get extremely high arbitrage advantage at an extremely low buying price. So these are the opportunities that you need to really go after. Um, so that's what we saw about public bank. As you can see, the clusters of opportunity. Then we close this and then return back and now take a look at RHB. So we do the same thing for RHB. RHB would be Y, so we take the buy price Y, put it on the X-axis, and the day arbitrage Y, put it on the Y-axis, and then go on and finish it off. Then we do the same thing. We go up, we go and change the market size so that it becomes a bit more interpretable. We apply, and then we say OK. Here we can see a slightly different scenario that RHB has to offer, very different from public bank. And in case of RHB, it gives you for a range of buying price between 5.6 and 5.8, it gives you lot of opportunity and window of having different day arbitrage. So RHB is a more lucrative stock in which it's a more active, it's more lively stock in which the trades are pretty frequent. That's what it means. So you have a lot of opportunity to uh, make profit at depending on your appetite. And there is hardly anything beyond 5.8, meaning to say that it's also economical. It's very efficient stock in which you can very well determine that what are you willing to invest in the market, and it would set you in this range that no matter what, you would be getting an arbitrage advantage in the range of 5 cents to 15 cents. The only thing here is public bank has to offer higher arbitrage, of course, as you can see. And in this case, it's a very low arbitrage, but that can be offset by the volume of shares to get a similar kind of a gearing as public bank. So that is how we can use the simple cluster plots to identify the opportunities of arbitrage. That's what we saw in this video. And I guess this would be the last video for the exploratory data analysis on SAS Enterprise Miner. Next time we will be returning with SAS Enterprise Miner would be when we perform the decision making model. That is when we will come back. And the next video is going to be even more interesting, although it will go back into the coding, but we will take a look at how we can make use of the various features that we see over here, and use the principal component analysis to squash, to reduce these dimensions, or try to make more effective or more powerful features from these available features that would carry the information of the stocks that we have crawled. Actually, that will improve the efficiency of our model, and we hope to see improvement in the performance of the model too. So that's about coming up in the next video. Thank you.